Yeah.
So as I said, it's a way of living side by side in our community. If you look at Africa, every child belongs to a community. If I find a child misbehaving, I being another parent, I can bring the child to make sure that I'll put him in the right way. So there is no parent who will neglect another person's child. If I have a child, it is the responsibility of the other parent to make sure that the child is put in the right way. Not to beat the child, but sometimes to extend. If the child deserves to be punished, other parent requires to punish the child. To tell him that you don't have to do this. Can do that in place of the mother. How do communities come together? Most of the community comes together through children. How is it done? Maybe a child moved to a neighboring community, play with other children who are not known to his own family. He gets there, play football or play any game, the uniform becomes dirty. He goes to the other friend's house, the parents can take him, change a clothes for him, shower him, give you food to eat. Then when the child comes back home, he meets the mother. Why did you go? I went to that community. For what? I went there to play with my friend. Who gave you this? My friend's mother. Then the mother will hold his hand and go to that mother. Thank you very much. Friendship has taken place. Two parents have become one. Through children, community is formed because we don't prevent our children from going to other communities. We believe that we have something in common, that is bringing up children to be good leaders one day. And therefore, every parent in Africa, it is your responsibility to make sure that children are brought in a proper way. If you compare in the olden days, the system that brought some of us up, it is the system that is keeping us to know that we have passed through the right way. Because of the technological advancement, the computer age children, like you, Said, you see, you find it very strange that how can another parent talk to me or ask me to stop what I'm doing? Is it a concern? Does it concern you? In the past, we cannot do this. We have to follow what elder says. And there is no elder who will mislead a child. Every responsible parent always see to it that another child is developing. That is Africa. So Africa started in this way. You understand my point? So we have this kind of a cordial relationship. And it comes through children when they travel to neighboring community to play with their friends. So they come back with happiness and it will be transferred to their parents to follow them, to do follow-ups. Oh, thank you very much. My son was here. He said you gave me food. You gave me this. Oh, thank you for what you have done. What is your name? Oh, my name is like this. My name is that. Friendship has taken place.
So
that is how we do.
So in social society, how about teenagers? What do they do? What do they have to do?
Teenagers?
Yeah.
Yes. Teenagers like in the past, in the olden days.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the evenings.
Yeah.
Every community has this kind of activity where a grandma or grandpa will assemble all children in the community or various areas in the community have their grandpa or grandma they will sit around him in the evening. Mostly it happens when the moonlight, there is moonlight. You understand? They will sit around, and this elderly person, either an old man or old woman, will give stories. What are some of the stories? Stories that links to their behavior. It is a way of creating a story of a behavior that has been discovered or seen by one of the children, which is not good. So they will try to create a story. In the story, children change because it is a scaring, story that will deter the person. So psychologically, if such a person, such a child is in the midst of those listeners in the story, will see that this story is related to my behavior, and then from now I have to stop that kind of behavior. So this is another way of making sure that children are brought in the right way. Our our grandpas and grandmas tries to always speak a behavior amongst children to create a story that can reform them from being good from bad. You understand my point? Yes.
So teenagers, as they count, only the age count as an adult.
Okay, mostly from 18 years and above, you are considered as getting to be somebody who is an adolescent. Is what we call a matured. You are getting to maturity.
So you understand?
Yeah, you are getting to maturity. That's why mostly, when a person is 18 years, he is given the opportunity to choose his own That is the Western style. But in Africa, we still believe that all these children still need guidance until they are fully matured.
Like how many years?
Yes, from 25 in the past. Even 25, we still need guidance because at that time there was obedience. We listen more to our parents. Now, because of this kind of peer pressure, children adopt certain behaviors from outside. So by the time children, parents who don't pay much attention to their children, eventually see their children in another state, which is very difficult to be controlled. But in the past, children were monitored, both home and school. You understand? So you are able to, how do we communicate? You can only communicate when you are together like this to communicate.
Yeah.
Or you are in the classroom, or you are at home. But now, can you stop somebody from communicating? No. We have mobile phones, we have WhatsApps, we have so many things. So it's like if you compare what is happening now and the past, there is vast difference. In the past, because of no technology, I think whatever that takes place, it is like we are together and something is being discussed.
But are we like Bushman or no?
No, this is not about Bushman. It is a regime change. You understand? If you ask me now,
yeah,
the past, our way of doing things in the past and now, we still have to maintain certain values that we were brought in from. Do you understand? On the other hand, we also need to adopt the new system in order to move